Have you ever noticed when a result on the pitch seems to carry more weight than just 3 points? When a team's performance doesn't just win a match, but sends a clear message to the entire league, well, Toon Army. That was exactly the feeling at St. James Park during that remarkable clash against Manchester United. A match that started with tension, ended in applause, chants, and most importantly, with a direct, no-nonsense message. Newcastle United have reached a new level, and they're not afraid of anyone anymore. And if you've been following the channel, you already know we go way beyond the headlines here. So take advantage of this winning atmosphere and subscribe now to be part of our growing community. It helps us keep delivering exclusive information and in-depth analysis of everything happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United. And believe me, what we're about to show you goes way beyond the final score. There are behind-the-scenes moments, unexpected reactions, and even the fury of a Premier League legend. Because, my friend, what happened that afternoon at St. James Park wasn't just a win. It was a proper masterclass in tactical discipline, intensity, and mental preparation. Even without Eddie Howe on the touchline, the Newcastle players showed they knew exactly what to do. Every movement, every press, every counter, it all felt perfectly rehearsed. It was as if the manager's presence was felt in every pass, every tackle, every recovery. Tonali and Isak set the tone early. Their movement in the opening goal made it clear Newcastle meant business. Even after conceding an equalizer, the team didn't panic, quite the opposite. It was as if every United mistake had been predicted in advance. The team calmly capitalized on errors by Mazraoui and goalkeeper Alti to increase the score with no rush, no panic, just pure composure. And of course, the fans did their bit, unwavering support from start to finish, and those famous Ole chants echoing around the stadium in the final minutes. And now, here comes the part that exploded in the British press. If you watched the Overlap's latest behind-the-scenes footage, you saw one of the most explosive reactions in recent memory. Roy Keane, legendary former Manchester United midfielder, was absolutely furious with his old club's performance. He didn't just criticize the result, he called the Red Devils' display embarrassing. And more than that, he ripped into the squad's mentality, suggesting they've completely lost all sense of responsibility and competitive focus. Keane didn't hold back as he recalled what went on that week. According to him, while United were preparing for a Europa League second leg against Lyon, the players and staff seemed to completely overlook the Newcastle fixture. You're 3-2-0 up from the first leg, the return leg's not until Thursday. And you're already pulling back as if Newcastle don't matter, he said, in disbelief. He finished with sharp irony. You make all those changes and you're still rubbish. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the perfect time to join us. Because here, we don't just talk about what happens on the pitch, we dive deep into the real stories behind English football. And when names like Roy Keane start losing their patience like that, you know Newcastle's impact is far bigger than people expected. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Keane's words revealed something that might not be obvious at first glance. The respect Newcastle have earned in recent times. This isn't just a good run or a streak of lucky wins. It's a real transformation that's making the Premier League's traditional giants uncomfortable. What was once seen as a surprise is now a serious threat. And the most remarkable thing, it's all been done quietly, with Howe's side building something solid, one step at a time. While some clubs are still trying to rediscover their identity, Newcastle are showing they know exactly where they're headed. And this match against United proved it. The players' attitude, the tactical organization despite the manager's absence, the calm execution of the game plan. All of it showed a team ready for bigger things. And yes, we're talking about a side that no longer gets intimidated by the big names. In fact, it's the other way around now. The big clubs are the ones getting nervous, and the 4-1 result, it wasn't a fluke. It was part of a run that now includes 5 wins in 6 matches against Manchester United. For the first time since 1931, Newcastle completed a league double over the Red Devils. This isn't just dominance, it's becoming a habit. And if their rivals haven't figured that out yet, it's probably because they're too busy dealing with their own internal chaos. If you're enjoying this content and want more detailed breakdowns like this, drop a like below and let us know what you thought of Roy Keane's reaction. Do you agree with him? Has Manchester United really lost all respect for Newcastle, or was it just a bad day in a difficult season? Your opinion helps us keep producing honest, relevant content. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next is huge. Back to the match. One other thing that stood out was how calmly Jason Tindall, Eddie Howe's assistant, managed the substitutions. Pulling off players like Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes, Joelinton Murphy and Isak so early just shows the team had full control. That's not something you often see in a big game, but it sent a message. We're so confident we're already thinking about the next one. That's rare and shows just how dominant Newcastle were from start to finish. And while Manchester United fans left St. James Park in silence, Newcastle supporters couldn't contain their joy. The Ole chants echoed loud and clear. Every pass was a jab, every mistake punished with style. It was one of those days when football rewards the team that plans, works hard, and plays with courage. And let's be honest, watching Newcastle deliver that kind of performance at home, priceless. That win also carried historic weight. Beyond the double, the 4-1 result now ranks as one of the club's biggest Premier League wins over Manchester United. And all of it was done without the head coach on the touchline with the squad, executing every aspect of the plan like a well-rehearsed orchestra. When Keane calls it embarrassing, he doesn't just mean the scoreline. He saw a team that was completely outclassed tactically, physically, mentally and emotionally. Now the big question is, what's next? Newcastle have proven they can compete with the elite. They've proven they can beat the elite. But are they ready to establish themselves permanently at the top? The Champions League is on the horizon, the investments are continuing, and the squad's foundation is strong. If this progress continues, it's not far-fetched to believe they're heading for something truly massive. And before we wrap up, it's important to highlight that all this information and footage came first-hand from The Overlap, a channel known for behind-the-scenes access and analysis from former Premier League pros. That's why we always bring you reliable sources here. Because beyond entertainment, our commitment is to the truth. If you value that, show your support by subscribing. Together, we'll keep tracking every step Newcastle take on their journey to the top. And stay sharp, Toon Army, because the season is far from over. If this match made waves, just imagine what's coming next. Newcastle United are building a new era, and you're invited to be part of it, right here with us. Video after video. See you next time.